First, welcome and thank you for being here. We would like to know your first impressions after the forum started this morning, and well, what are the main objectives for South Africa to be present here in this forum?
Thank you very much for welcoming me to Argentina. It's my first time. It is quite good for us as the South African Parliament to participate. We are members of the G20. We think it is a strategic forum because South Africa is looking at all the topics that are being discussed here today. We are worried about empowerment of women and gender equality. We take it further. For us, equality is not just about men and women. It is also about the urban-rural divide. It is also about cultures. It is about languages. It is about race. It is important for us to also look at issues like corruption. South Africa is in the middle of cleaning out because when we were struggling, we never thought that we would reach the point where we look at corruption as endemic as it is in South Africa. So it was important for us to also participate. The role of Parliament for us is important because we represent the people directly. We hold the executive to account, but we also, as the South African Parliament, participate in the appointment of our judiciary. So we play a role which we think is quite important. It is especially important for me to be here because the National Council of Provinces, the house I lead, also coordinates, keeps an eye on the provinces, makes sure that they function properly, has a responsibility for cooperative governance throughout the country. So yes, all the topics that are here today are very important for us. We are also interested in seeing how, as an international body that we are associated with, we can begin to look at helping the ordinary person survive the recession, helping the ordinary person to look at how they can empower themselves to be more equal so that the world that we want to see is more inclusive.
Bueno, en primer lugar, agradecerle. The members of the forum today are really happy and motivated about the participation of South African members, not only in this forum, but also at the summit that will take place in November.
South Africa is a member of the G20. We think it is important that we also recognize that when South Africa participate in this forum, we don't just see ourselves as participating there. We see the region of Africa, the Southern African region. We see us also bringing in the rest of Africa because we are working as the continent to integrate, to innovate together, and to grow the continental economy together. So for us, there is no difference between the National Development Plan of South Africa, the Agenda 2063 of the AU, integrating that with what we stand for in the development of the world.
Do the BRICS, which include South Africa, China, Russia, do they work together? Do they have a common proposal to bring to the G20, not only the parliamentary one, but also the one in November?
No, I don't think we do have, except that the BRICS countries also have what we call the BRICS Parliamentary Forum, which looks at issues of holding to account the executive, making sure that we have oversight on whatever issues they are discussing. Because remember that when head of states come together, they deal with policies, they deal with resources which come from these countries. And we think that in the BRICS family that it is also Parliament's responsibility to have sight, but to also know where the investments from our countries are going and how they are being used. Because Russia is here, India is here, we are here. So all of us are also part of the G20. So the agendas may be slightly different. We are essentially developing countries which needed to put our heads together and make sure that we kickstart our economies and make sure that our people survive.
Well, we thank you very much for being here, and we wish you have the very best experience at the forum on the G20.
Thank you very much.
Muy bien, Martín, nos vamos a la pausa.
Muy bien, cómo no, seguimos en Diplomacia Parlamentaria, en este especial de cobertura de todo lo que es la cumbre de parlamentarios de G20.